if she benefits from it, it'll be because she is sensible, lovely, grounded as a human being. He is only conventional by contrast with the other people in the movie.
So your character in this film is sort of described as conventional, and watching it I sort of felt like you were the moral ballast almost, sort of keeping everything on an even keel.
Interesting, yeah.
Would you describe your character that way, or can you speak about how you sort of got into that mindset?
I think that he is only conventional by contrast with the other people in the movie who are so far out that he represents a kind of relatively conventional character. And definitely he would think of himself that way. I mean, he's on a fairly recognizable track. He's just trying to build a career, and he wants a normal life and everything else. I think one of the things that the movie does well is it leaves you uncertain as to who you should admire.
And I was wondering, you get to retain your British accent in the film. So did director Sean Durkin sort of cast you and think, God, I can't waste this fine accent, or was the character always meant to be British?
No, the character was written as British. I felt there was something valuable about it because it immediately made it clear that this is somebody who kind of traveled and was creating a life for himself. I mean, he clearly has transplanted himself, and we don't know why or how, but he is somebody who is building a life around himself.
This film is getting great reviews, and particular notice is being paid to Elizabeth Olsen, obviously, as sort of a star-making role. When you were making the film, did you sort of observe that happening and sort of forebode that she would get all this great notice?
I thought it was an incredibly difficult role to do well, and I mean, I knew that from the get-go, and I also could see from the minute I arrived that she was doing it well, and kind of without any fuss, you know. So, yeah, I hope that this movie brings her the success that it ought to, but I also think if she benefits from it, it'll be because she is sensible, lovely, grounded as a human being.
And your scenes were shot with Sarah Paulson, who plays your wife, and Elizabeth. What was it like on set in the midst of all those really intense scenes that you guys did? You know,
everybody there was great. I mean, Sean was guiding the whole thing. Jodie Lee Leipz, who's the cinematographer, you know, also a kind of important voice. You know, I feel like those two people, the director and the cinematographer, kind of define the environment of a set usually, and it's just a happy working environment.
Now you have this film coming out, you're returning to the stage. Hysteria is also coming out, and I read that you just got an award from the Motion Picture Club.
I did.
Is this a particularly celebratory time in your life?
You know, it's funny, it never feels like that. It's usually just a series of odd coincidences. I mean, it's great. I'm delighted for the success of this movie, and, you know, so far, and I hope it goes on. But you know, we made it a year ago, and it was just like a bunch of us in the woods, basically, and doing it because we wanted to be there. So you just kind of take the good when it comes along.